YouTubers, and welcome to yet another beer review with me here, the Master of Puppets, and Jakob And today we are going to be looking at a big beer, limited beer from Hoppin Frog. This is their, I think it was their anniversary ale for this year. It was released, they were apparently originally going to release this beer under just the name Naked Evil BBW. But they never got around to releasing the regular version, so they barrel aged the whole lot instead in whiskey barrels. And it's the Hoppin Frog barrel aged Naked Evil BBW Belgian style barley wine style ale aged in whiskey barrels on 11.3%. So it's a big beer, and I guess BBW must stand for Belgian barley wine, I think, or Big Beautiful Women. Yeah, the fetish BBW. Yeah, it's only on 48 IBUs, and it's going to be interesting. It says here, on a recent trip through Belgium, visiting the monastery breweries, we discovered an excellent barrel-aged ale that had an incredibly satisfying flavor combination. Aging in oak barrels added a memorable richness that we seek to achieve with this barrel-aged Belgian-style barley wine-style ale. Being the ideal celebration beer to release on our 5-year anniversary, it was 5 years, barrel-aged Naked Evil is fermented with both British and Belgian yeasts and aged in whiskey barrels for a lightly spicy twist on this old world beer style. Sweet malt flavors will become smoother, and rich dark fruit characters will build with time to add a wonderful complexity of and depth of flavor. Yeah, and I really like how it's got like a kind of Demolen style simple label on it, because it's just a limited release, and it's kind of a test badge. Yeah, test badge. So I think it's kind of cool that they kept that instead of making like a regular label that they have for the staple range. When I picked this up, I think it was
170.
Yeah, 170 kroners or something like that, which is it's kind of expensive, but for a limited release beer like this, I guess it's okay. Yeah. So let's get it cracked.
I say 170 to 200 kronas is right on the threshold of
how expensive a beer can be. So when we started pouring it, you could already smell the beer. It's fun. It's
holy shit.
Yeah, you can see some small particles floating around in there,
and they're just standing perfectly still.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny. But it's a dark ruby reddish color. It looks like a barley wine. It's got a small. Well, the head was kind of bigger when you poured it, but it's a small off-white lace more than the head. But it's also on 11.3% alcohol, so it's a big beer. But yeah, let's take out the aroma. Oh, that smells sweet. Oh, you can smell that whiskey and oak right away.
And a lot of rye.
Yeah, rye like note. I don't think it's.
No, I don't think it's rye, but it's kind of.
It's kind of like a spicy Yeah, they said that's probably from barrels then, because that's something like spice from barrels here. Yeah, lightly spicy twist, but it does have spice and dark fruits, lots of dark fruits. Doesn't really smell Belgian, I think.
No,
it smells more like an English barley wine, but it's also an English yeast strain in here along with the Belgian one.
Yeah, it's quite heavy on the malt actually.
There's a real malty beer, but usually the English ones are a lot of dark fruit, caramel. There is some fruity esters in there, like you get in English ales, like that marmalade-y kind of quality, like some berries, dark berries.
Yeah,
lots of dark fruits. Yeah, it's got like that whiskey-soaked raisin.
Yeah,
it smells really complex.
And some dark sugar notes.
Yeah, and you can't smell the alcohol at all. Very well. And let's give it a taste. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, dude, that's good.
Whoa.
Nah, yeah, man. That is dangerous.
It is extremely dangerous.
It is so sweet, but it's so drinkable, and you can't taste it. You don't even feel the heat.
Not at all. There's no heat at all.
That is so well hidden, that alcohol.
I've never tasted an 11% beer without getting at least a little amount of heat.
Yeah, you don't get any heat at all. It's just so smooth. But it's super sweet. If you don't like sweet beers, you won't like this, I think. No. Well, you might, but I get this candy-like sweetness in there.
Yeah.
It's some kind of generic.
Cookie dough.
No, it's some kind of candy. Like it's getting some candy sugar. It's a Danish thing. Candy sugar, candied sugar.
Candied sugar.
It's where you. I think don't you just like melt it on a pan so it becomes like big chunks.
Did I sleep in there?
Pure lollipops.
Yeah, those you get at the fairs, the white with all those colors spinning in.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe because it has a really like confectionery kind of candy flavor.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange, but it's actually kind of nice.
It is really nice.
And I really like in the back end after the first couple of sips, you get a lot of that oak flavor.
Yeah.
And it's blended very well. And the spice, as they say, there is some spiciness, almost like spiciness as you get in like some spiced beer.
Yeah.
It's got a really interesting flavor profile. A lot of fruity esters from the yeast, the two different yeasts used. A lot of the sweet, kind of marmalade-y, dark berry flavor, dark fruits. But we haven't talked about the mouthfeel yet. What would you call the mouthfeel on this?
I can call it full.
Yeah, it's got like a sticky feel to it. It's like a sticky gloss on your lips. This is super tasty. It's a sipper, but it's kind of like, even though it's a sipper, it's so dangerously drinkable because you dive in for another sip right away.
Yeah, right away. You just keep going, oh, I gotta taste it again. And it's like the flavor profile that changes every
yeah,
time.
for every sip. It's really interesting. I also get that caramel kind of flavor. Oh, that candy flavor there.
It's just lingering on.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice. A lot of some of that sugary, brown sugar notes you said too.
And some. It has a little rye aftertaste when it has.
Yeah, maybe it definitely got some darker breadiness.
Yeah,
kind of. It's quite complex. This is definitely suitable for like an anniversary release from these guys.
We should almost get another one for the New Year's.
Yeah, and age it. Dum-dum.
Or drink it with a big fat cigar.
Like we did last year. Maybe we'll shoot that this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Depends on how drunk we are. But this is actually really nice. It's a really nice, pretty darn complex barley wine. I like the barrel flavors come through and all too. Raisin, like a raisin dipped in whiskey.
Yeah.
But it's really nice. What grade would you get this? Hoppin Frog, barrel aged, Naked Evil, BBW, Belgian style, barley wine style, ale aged in whiskey barrels.
Or Big Beautiful Women.
Yeah.
I'd say this is extremely complex. It's so long since I've tasted anything so complex and with so much flavor, and still have the 11.3 or that high alcohol content in control. So it's really drinkable. It's enjoyable. I'd say 95. 96.
Yeah, it's a really nice. It's one of the better barley wines I've had this year, I think. I'm not like 95, but I'm pretty close. I'm gonna land in a 92. I would like a little more barrel character, but still, it's a really nice barrel aged beer. I mean, 92 is an amazing grade. So this is definitely worth the price if you can get it in your area here in Denmark.
Or where you're from.
Or wherever you're based. I would definitely pick up a bottle of this, especially if you like your barley wine.
Yeah.
And you don't mind the sweet beer.
Yeah. Go pick it up and maybe use it for New Year's Eve or Christmas
like
time.
I really like that sticky mouthfeel.
Yeah.
So
I think it would go great.
That's what she said. Oh, that's sugary.
That BBW. You said that. But I think it would be awesome together with a cigar of some sort.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty nice too. But yeah, guys, that's it for this beer review of the Hoppin Frog Barrel Aged Naked Evil BBW. Really good and interesting beer. Definitely worth picking up if you ever get the chance to try it. Yeah, guys, that's it for this review. Let us know what you think about it if you've had it. Maybe you don't like it as much because it's so sweet and all, but let us know. And also, it's got fine carbonation level for the beer on this ABV, so that's awesome. So yeah, guys, let us know, and as always, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And we're going to say cheers. And we're going to see you guys in another beer review.